What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas gives his prediction on the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder fight, and he has this to say. He says Teddy Atlas says Deontay Wilder is the hardest puncher in heavyweight history. He says it doesn't matter. He says for one punch, just one punch, I think Wilder. I'm telling you, is the hardest puncher in the history of the sport, Atlas told BoxingScene.com. As far as the hardest punchers, you have Ernie Shavers, which I agree with, Max Baer, Joe Louis, Mike Tyson. They could do damage with the left and the right, but just one punch, I would have to go with Wilder. For that reason, and he thinks Tyson Fury, which is 29-0 with 20 knockouts, did a disservice by fighting two lesser known opponents in 2019, that he thinks Wilder will drill Fury in their rematch on February 22nd. Okay, it could come early, like real early. If it happens, then Wilder will have knocked out every heavyweight that he's ever faced, which is a crazy accomplishment. And Teddy also said this. He says, I could really go dramatically and strong in this prediction and say it could happen in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Who is scheduled to appear on ESPN to give his reactions. But anything can happen. I can see a knockout happening later for Wilder, but yeah, as far as he is with the power, I could see it ending earlier. He's missing the derelict in technical powers, but he's got the one punch power to make up for it. Okay, so he thinks that Wilder could stop him earlier as he did in the first fight. Now, this is what I will say to counterpunch Teddy Atlas. That could happen. And due to the history of Wilder rematches, that has happened. Let's look back. The first time he ever rematched anyone that he went 12 rounds with, he knocked him out in 1 round. And who was that? Bermain Stavern. Ortiz, he went 10 rounds with Ortiz, but then the rematch, he knocked him out in 7. Okay, that's 3 rounds earlier. Now this is the 3rd rematch that Deontay Wilder has had. 3rd time's a charm, they say, but 3rd time's a charm for what exactly? What does that mean? Is it a 3rd time for him to do the same thing, or is this the 3rd time that, this will be something different? That's what makes this great. But as far as one punch knockout power, I think Wilder does have great knockout power. Versus the people he's fought. Okay? We can go on and compare him to guys punching power. But you got to ask yourself this question. Did Mike Tyson knock out Evander Holyfield? Did he knock out Lennox Lewis? You know what I'm saying? Did he knock these guys out? As opposed to Deontay Wilder. Sure, he's knocked out everyone. That is a crazy accomplishment. You can't argue with that at all. You can't say that, hey, this guy ain't knocked down or knocked out anyone that he's been with. If he knocks out Tyson Fury, or even if he knocks him down, you can still say, hey, every time anyone got in the ring with Deontay Wilder, they either got option 1 or option 2. Option A or option B. Option A got knocked out. Option B got knocked down. Okay? So that is a crazy accomplishment. So even if he goes into the ring and he knocks down Tyson Fury and he loses by a decision, it's going to be a rematch. But his legacy will still remain the same. See, what's happening with Deontay Wilder is the buzz, the interest, the niche that Deontay has is his power. Okay? It doesn't matter about his skill because it's what they do. People want to see action, right? Now, us as pure hardcore boxing fans, we want to see him fight other opposition. We don't want to see him fight the same people over and over again. That's true. However, the people he has fought, he has been able to do option A or option B. Now, that's what the argument would be if you did discuss and get into it with a casual fan. They will say that same thing. 1, he's never been defeated, right? And 2, he's knocked down or knocked out everyone he's faced. And I think 2 overrides 1 because, you can put a ham sandwich against someone and come up with an undefeated record. You know, I've heard that recently. And that's really true. But as far as one punch knockout, it's the punch that Wilder throws. It's the right hand. It's the right cross. Okay? You know, he throws an uppercut on occasion, but I think I haven't seen him knock out anyone with an uppercut. I've seen him help finish someone when he was throwing one because he hit Ortiz with an uppercut. You know, but I don't know how hard it was as far as that one straight right. Okay, that followed that hammer right, that Alabama sledgehammer right hand he has. You know, and like Teddy Atlas says, it makes up for everything else. I don't think it makes up for everything else. I think that's something that he's blessed with, and that's a good thing that he does. He has that, because if without that, his ass would be grass. Honestly, somebody would have beat Deontay Wilder a long time ago if it wasn't for his power that took them out early, mid, or late. Okay. Now, again, like Teddy Atlas did say, he says that you don't know what'll happen. And we don't know. Again, we don't know what'll happen in this rematch. Okay? Now, one thing about Fury, let's say Fury takes him 12 rounds. If Fury takes Deontay Wilder another 12 rounds, you know what this means? This means they're definitely going to fight again, win, lose, or draw, because this will be the first guy, I mean the very first guy, that Deontay Wilder could knock out. Okay? And then at that point, Deontay would be forced to mold his legacy around that other fighter. Like Ali had Frazier essentially, and they fought 3 times. Deontay Wilder would have to mold his with Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is that float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, that hashtag Mayweather heavyweight defense that he claimed to have. That's that guy that he's going to have to mold his legacy around. Yes, he's going to miss out on the big money and the big bucks and the better fights and whatever, but he's going to have problems with him. That just shows you that, what was the word that Teddy Atlas used? It is called derelict, right? That means a disregard for skill. You know, so he doesn't have the skill. The absence of skill is there. And because the absence of skill is there, that's what Tyson Fury would exploit. Okay? But a lot of people could exploit it if it wasn't for that power, because once he hits you, we already know. Option A. So, Tyson Fury's going for Deontay Wilder. He thinks Wilder will stop him in the second fight faster than he did or attempted to do in the first fight. You guys tell me what you think about Teddy Atlas's prediction. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.